One of the biggest questions I get while dealing with clients or couples is, Mr. J, how can I trust her or him again? What if I put all my stock and invest back in and they do this again? Well, this is what I try and recommend and encourage you to do, and all those that I work with. Number one, if the person who betrayed you, who hurt you, is doing the work, they're finding out their why, they're talking to a professional, they're working on their addiction, they're dealing with their impulsivity, their compulsivity, they're addressing their childhood wounds, their dysfunction, their toxicity, their abuse, they're building coping mechanisms, and so on, then the studies show, experience shows, that the chance of a second affair or relapse are really slim to none. And actually, if they're leaning into the work and they're doing the work, then it's almost non-existent. I'll never say never, but when somebody's doing the work, and especially one of the things that I always say is D-Day is the big plug in the drain. So for instance, a lot of times people are in affairs or they're acting out, and one of the things that keeps them going is the whole secrecy of it. Meaning, like they don't have that thing that stops the ball rolling down the hill. When it all comes out and you discover it and, they stop it, that's a big drain stop right there. Now, to get back into something is slim to none, especially if they're doing the work. But I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You cannot come to the negotiation table all warriored up with your, sword and shield raised and so forth. And I say that because you have to get to a point where you tell yourself, especially if you're rebuilding after broken trust, you have to tell yourself, you know what? I'm not psychic. I have no idea what the future holds. I'm not going to base my comfort, my safety, my trust in the behavior of the person I'm with. What I'm going to base my comfort, my safety, and trust in is that I'm going to be able to handle whatever happens in my future. So it's twofold. If your partner, spouse, significant other is doing the work, the chances of them relapsing, going back into an affair, acting out is really, really slim. But I don't want that to be your fear, your motivator, your deciding factor. What I want you to do is say, you know what? I'm going to give this a second chance. Absolutely. I'm going to address my triggers. I'm going to do my own work. I'm going to talk to my own professional. We're going to do this together. Absolutely. I understand people are human. People have their abuse and their lack of coping mechanisms and their insecurities and their wounds. Sure, I'm going to give this another chance. And I don't know what he or she is going to do. But I do know for certain what I'm going to do if they choose to do that again.